channel. I'm Shelley and today I'm going to be showing you around our garden, doing a garden tour because I've had loads of people ask for a tour around the garden. Hoping the neighbours are not looking out the window or at the bottom of the garden, otherwise they'll think I've completely lost it. Disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I only actually discovered gardening probably about 3 years ago. So in our last house we had quite a small garden. It was a lot smaller than this, and it was always a bit of a mess because we were doing extensions etc on the house. And then about 3 years ago we decided to redo it all, and then I got into gardening. I got a little greenhouse and I started growing some vegetables and they actually grew amazingly, and started planting and spent my weekends at garden centres. And now I absolutely love it, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So please don't be alarmed if you see anything that you're like, oh my God, what is she doing? Because I don't actually know. My gardening consists of, if it's dead, cut it off, water it every night when it's sunny, and I think that's about it. Really, that's all I do. And to be honest, most of the things I've grown, I've done quite well with. The garden's not as good as it could look at the moment because I've not really been in it this year, but I'm going to do some later on today. So yeah, just bear with it. It's not perfect, but I'll talk you through what we're going to do and what kind of things we've done so far. So I hope you enjoy it. First, I'm going to start with the decking area. I've had to put my sunglasses on, otherwise I'm going to be squinting all the time because it's so sunny. It's lovely. So this area was a complete mess last year. We did all the garden and then the back of the house was a complete mess. So at the back end of last year, about September time I think, we built this decking area and we've just completed it by getting this outdoor seating from Jisk. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah, it's really comfy, and I need to protect the wood. Wood will need some oil or something on it. But yeah, we bought that the other week. We've got the table, and I've just accessorised it by putting some plants up all around. The decking was from Edex, and it's hardwood and red blue, I think it's called. A massive difference now behind the house. We've actually got somewhere we can sit, have my breakfast in the morning and just chill. It's lovely. Read a book. Let's see if I can actually get on the sofa, as Leo seems to have bagged this spot. He loves the sun, I think, just as much as I do. So you can often find him chilling there. And the rug is from Amazon and it's reversible. When we built the decking, we also built this big wooden planter, which I need to fill with something. So if you've got any suggestions, it would be greatly appreciated. It gets the sun most of the day. And then we also, because it was obviously built up, we've got an area underneath it. So we built a place where we can actually store our excess wood, of which there is lots. So that goes underneath there. So that's a really handy storage, although I dread to think what spiders are in there. This is my little greenhouse, which was from Forest Garden, and I just painted it black as I've painted everything else. And I'm a bit late with planting things this year, so I've not got as much as what I usually have, but we've got some lettuce, some spinach, and some tomatoes in, and a random radish. I don't know, can't remember planting, and also what are these? Broccoli that are dying because I've probably not watered them. Pick the dead bits off, they'll be fine. Give them a good water. I think I need to plant these out. I need to look on the internet and see what you do with broccoli. Yeah. Past I've grown like courgettes, carrots I'm useless at. Tomatoes have been really good. Courgettes, I've done cucumbers. What else have I grown? Radishes seem to do really well. I don't know why I've only got one random radish growing. And I'll show you my leeks in a bit. They're amazing. Right proud of them. This is my little potting bench, which we made out of an old table. I'm alright this way, the sun's not here. Yeah, I've got loads of pots that I need to actually get rid of. I don't need all these. Yeah, this is where I pot my plants and just mess about and pretend I know what I'm doing when I don't. This little area I don't actually use, and I don't know why, because it's actually a nice little spot. I think it just needs tidying up. We've got the water tap here and a water butt which I need to sort out, and a bin for a fire. So I just think it needs a little bit of a sort out, but it's actually a nice spot. And I'm sat on it. I don't think I've ever sat here. And this is the same cladding that we used inside the cabin, and we had some left over, so my husband cladded the back of the house because this was just, I can't remember, I think it was pebble dash that had dropped off. So yeah, I've just cladded it with those, and it sort of complements the shed down at the bottom of the garden. This, we, honest to God, we're like wombles. Used to watch wombles in the 80s, I think it was, 70s, 80s, making good use of the things that you find, the things that the everyday folk leave behind. I think that was the song or something like that. But yeah, we went to the shipping container to clear it the other day, and somebody had left this, and is it a pergola or a pagoda? Pergola, I think. So yeah, we left it, put it in the car. It's got all plastic plants attached to it. So what I'm going to do is take all those off, give it a good paint, and then I think I'm going to use it over the path. So I might actually do that this afternoon once I've done some planting. So yeah, I'm all about, like, well, my husband found it. He's brilliant at finding stuff that other people don't want. This is shed number one. We have 3 sheds altogether. This is the most important one because it houses my husband's first love, his golf clubs. So he used to, when we downsized, they used to be in the house all the time. It used to drive me mad. So yeah, they have their own dedicated shed, and his golf clubs and his trolley are in here. It's probably the best decision I had last year. It's, yeah, my reels and videos have blown up on social media when I painted the path. It was an old grey path, pretty knackered. So it was either get rid of it and replace it, or paint it. So I spent a lovely afternoon. I think it only took 2 hours. People don't believe me, but I am really fast at painting. And I just masked off all the diamonds and painted it. And then I did a follow-up reel this year, which you can see on my shorts, as I call them on here, and just to see how much it had lasted. And it had lasted pretty well, actually. And I've had loads of people saying, seal it, it'll last a lot longer. I did seal it, and I forgot to mention it on my video. So yeah, I did seal it after the first time, and I've also sealed it the second time. But it's holding up really well. It needs a good weed at the moment. There's weeds growing out everywhere. But yeah, for the cost of, I used Rustoleum paint, for the cost of £20, I got a brand new path, and I love it. It's just a nice feature of the garden now, and people either love it or hate it. Most love it, thankfully. We built these veg planters and plant planters, not just veg. They were originally just going to be veg planters, but I've not got enough veg to put in them. And we also have a little friend who is a squirrel. I think there's about 2 of them that keep coming and digging up my plants. I've also seen a rat in the garden, which absolutely freaks me out, but I think they just keep going from garden to garden. There's a lady that keeps putting food out, and obviously they like food, so yeah, that freaks me out. The squirrels not so much, although they're an absolute nuisance because they keep eating my plants. And apparently the next door neighbour saw a badger and a fox in the last couple of weeks, so yeah, it's like country file here. We built these planters, and I filled them with plants and vegetables, and I'm just going to show you what I've got in each. I do know some of the names, some of them I haven't got a clue. And please don't judge, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I just plant things because I like them. So I know this one is a hosta, and this one is a T-Rex, which I don't know the proper name for it, but it grew massive last year and I was so proud of it. And then we had frost and I forgot to cover it, and it like looked like it had died. But then I put some mulch around it and it's come back, so I'm really pleased. So yeah, that's a T-Rex. Don't know the long name. No idea. This is magnolia tree, which actually flowered the first time this year. And moving on to here, no idea whatsoever what these are called. And then let's just take one moment to look at my leeks. I mean, this one's massive. This could be in a prize competition, I feel. And then I've got celery at the back. Vintage margarita sign is again from the place where we bought the vintage drawers from. The hanging baskets are made from metal, again vintage, and they were from a vintage fair. I've got one that I need to plant up actually. We've just got two. One's got fuchsia in it and one's got a strawberry plant, and I've never had a strawberry from it because the birds keep pinching them. Going down to the bottom of the garden now, you can see that the grass needs sorting desperately. We had it professionally laid when we first got the house, but then with the bad weather and building the cabin last year, it's got ruined. But I've got this. I'm going to have a look at this lawn pack and pop that on over the coming weeks. This is the outdoor kitchen which we built last year using all reclaimed wood. So my husband's a joiner, doesn't throw anything out when it comes to materials. So this is what we had left from anywhere. So the main bit here, this was an old table, that table or a bench table that was on the drive for probably 4 years. So it was on the front of the drive. I think he got it from an old church or something, and he put it in front of the drive to make something out of it, and it just stayed there for 4 years. And then we decided to cut it down and use it as the base of his outdoor kitchen. This marble, which needs a good clean, was in the garden when we first moved here, so we saved that, and then that's coming useful. It does need a good clean. It's got a bit of green on it. This was from our old house, so our old fencing. So we just used this for the back of the kitchen. Some shelves that we had for ages, some metal shelves, so we just used some wood to prop those up. What else is there? This is an original American tin tile that we bought from the same place that we bought the big drawer unit, and this I just sprayed it, so it has gone rust, but I quite like it. And yes, that's an original American tin tile. This is the only thing we bought in the kitchen, and it's a brass, although it's gone really dull. I probably need to clean it. It's a brass sink, and we brought it back from Marrakesh, and it costs about £40. So yeah, it needs a good clean. So we haven't actually got any water connected to it. We've got the pipe coming behind the fence, which is why there's a gap there, but there's not actually any water connected to the well, we've not got a tap yet, so that's something we need to do this year, connect that. These were from an old mirror that we cut down. And what else is there? There's something I used to sell in the shop and the other crate as well. So what we want to do with this year is I want to buy a tap, an outdoor tap, and connect the water. And we also need something to cook on. So it's an outdoor kitchen without any water or anything to cook on. But yeah, you get the gist. It cost us £40 for the sink, and everything else was reclaimed. So really pleased for it. Just needs a little bit of TLC this year, I think. The shed that joins onto the cabin, this was just made from leftover wood that my husband had, and we cladded it with cedar shingles, which I absolutely love cedar shingles. Once saw a bedroom in a magazine with them all on the back wall, and I loved it. So yeah, loved them ever since. And these were from E-Decks, so we just attached those to the front. It just made it look a little bit more rustic. I don't know if I dare show you in this shed, it's horrendous. So I sorted it all out when we built it last year. My husband's got that much stuff, like screws and pieces of wood and materials and bits of guttering and what have you from his work. He's got 3 sheds. He's got this one, he's got the one up the garden, and then he's got one in the front. None of them are sorted. We need to do that. And he's got a van full of crap as well. I sorted it all last year, and now it is an absolute tip. Something's falling over. There's stuff everywhere. So it's on my list of jobs to do. I'll give you a really quick look. I mean, you can't even get in it. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, can't get in it. I need to sort that out at some point. I have to actually throw things away when he's not here, because otherwise he will get them out of the bin and put them back in the place. I once saw him. We got a skip once, and I threw things away, and he just went back in the skip and got them out, like rusty tools and things. He's a proper hoarder. So yeah, I have to physically hide things if I want to get rid of them. Otherwise, they'll be there forever. The olive tree was a real bargain. So we got it from B&Q last year, and they had a weekend where they had 20% off everything. So I think originally it was £200. There was 20% off, and we've also got a trade card. So I think it cost us about £150 in the end, and it's doing really well. So I thought really good price for an olive tree that size. I'm always asked where the lampshades are from. We actually brought them back from Marrakesh, and I've actually got some more that I need to list and sell. So if anybody wants them, send me a message. I think £30 each. They're not exactly the same as this, but very similar. We've got 8 in the suitcase coming home. Beanbag chairs were actually one of my less successful upcycles. We bought them about 3 years ago, and they were like a really dark grey, and then they faded really badly in the sun. And so last year I thought, well, I don't like the look of them, so I'm going to paint them, which I did using outdoor paint. And for the majority, it stayed quite well, but the bit where you sit on, it's cracked. And I don't know whether it's because the dog gets on them quite a lot, so obviously he's scratching them. And also, I think if we put them inside during the colder months, it might work better. But I'm not too fussed, to be honest. I'm just going to repaint them, give them a quick sand-down, I think, and then repaint them. And they'll probably do for another year till we can get some new ones. The dining table and benches are made from old scaffold boards. We bought the legs for the benches online. Can't remember where from, but the legs were from an old table that again my husband was given. This is an old fishing net, which again we got from the place that we got our straws from, Tramps, and we have wrapped some lights around it so they come on in the night time, and it just makes it like a light feature. My favourite thing in the garden, the lilac tree, which is absolutely beautiful. It smells gorgeous. Just wish it lasted a little bit longer when it blooms. The bird bath we made from some old stones last year, and popped some stones that somebody recommended so that the birds could actually land on these, but the water keeps going green. So if anyone's got any suggestions on what I can do with that, and this solar panel, which is not brilliant, is a little fountain. But yeah, it's just a nice little feature. And again, I painted it. It was all reused and repurposed. I think the neighbour's going to start mowing the lawn now, so we're going to cut it there. We made this planter from some old decking, I think, that was left over, and that needs a good sort out because we've got some lovely plants in it, but it's a bit overcrowded. The clematis, and I don't know what the one is next to it. I'll have to look that up on my phone. I'm sure somebody will tell me, but they need sort of separating because they've grown massively this year. I need to put another trellis at the other side, or maybe move the one on the right. And I'm really proud of my Acer. That's grown massively as well this year.
And now it's spring, I'm in the
garden tour. I hope I've covered everything. There's probably some things I forgot. Obviously, the main thing I've not shown is the garden cabin, which I'm sat in at the moment, but I think that probably deserves a full video on its own. And I do need to have a little sort out with it. I've not really been in it this year. My son uses it every day for work. He's does maths tutoring, so he's in it nearly every day. We've got a desk in it. Hello. You see it, bless him. Always following me. He's in it every day nearly, but I've not really been in it. And we've got a projector screen in it. We've got a little projector. It's really lovely. So I need to get in it again and just have a little sort out. And I will cover that in a separate video. Not sure what you want me to do next. I've got a few requests for my client's kitchen that I've just finished. So I could do a video on that for you and where we got everything from. And I've also got to show you the house that we've bought, the renovation project. That's going to take up a lot of future videos, I think, because we've just started properly doing it and I'm going to crack on with it this week. So I'm going to do a tour of that. It's lovely. I think it's going to be a great project, so I hope you follow along. And thank you again for watching to the end if you have done. Any questions, as usual, just give me a shout and I'll try and answer them. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy the sunshine, although it's going to a little bit cloudy, and maybe do a bit of gardening. It's 5 o'clock already. Wow. So if you've enjoyed this video and enjoying the channel, it would be great if you could subscribe. All makes it worthwhile, even though I'm enjoying it anyway, creating these videos. Thank you very much again.